When mom and dad immigrated here, it was my mom and dad.
As a child, Inga Voisard immigrated from Germany to Ohio.
We were 10 kids.
That perspective as a proud naturalized citizen who now calls Troy home means she's always taken voting very seriously.
I don't think I've ever missed an election.
But in November of 2018, when the race for governor was very hot, her early absentee vote was one of the 6,000 plus in Miami County, initially tabulated as zero, none at all.
I thought, oh, wow,
Records obtained by the I-Team indicate after the November 6, 2018 election, the problem went undetected until December 20th. That's when the Ohio Secretary of State alerted county leaders of a discrepancy. It was not until January 22nd when the lost ballots were finally counted and included in the amended vote count. That's when Miami County's elections director was fired. I want to take you inside the local government agency that runs the elections here. The I-Team is tracking not only how this happened, but what's being done now to make sure it never happens again here or anywhere else to make sure your vote is counted. We're headed to the Miami County Courthouse.
We had to rewrite a policy manual. We had to rewrite procedures.
The current elections director, Laura Bruns, came here after the 2018 debacle. She says an employee missed a step in the process of loading those early votes into the counting system. If the staff had been looking, she confirmed, they would have found this, a zero in the initial vote count showing no early votes were counted.
I laid in front of them the challenge a year ago. I said, right now, you have a trust deficit with the voters of your county.
Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose put Miami County on state oversight. The error, in part, also led the state to spend $114 million on new voting machines statewide to increase security. The new Miami County machines start with a paper ballot. You darken a circle by the candidate's name, then put it into a scanner to be counted. The paper ballot can always be counted again if needed. And the machines are not hooked up to the internet.
So there's no possible way for this machine to be hacked. We keep it in a room that has double locks on the door.
While the machines here are under lock and key, there are still national election security concerns.
It's because we're living in a dangerous world. There are more vulnerabilities than we've ever thought about before. Disinformation is becoming mainstream.
Adam Levin runs the internet security firm Cybersecurity. He says foreign governments are still trying to hack election computer systems and trying to undermine our faith in the election system. The Department of Homeland Security is now providing technical help to all states and local election boards. They say going back to paper ballots will help.
There's no such thing as a 100% secure, right? There's always vulnerabilities. There's always areas for improvement, and that's why this is an ongoing, evolving process.
University of Dayton professor David Salisbury is the region's top cybersecurity expert. He says to him it appears the state of Ohio's election system is on the right track. Still, like any organization, emails to election workers remain one of the biggest threats.
What keeps me up at night is probably the person who is well-intentioned, a hard worker, they're at their job, they're busy as all get out, and one of these messages come by, and before they can really think it all the way through, they click.
Secretary of State LaRose says they recently detected and defeated an Iranian malware attack.
The bad guys lost and the good guys won.
For added protection, LaRose sent a 34-point preventative measure checklist to every Ohio elections board. Just recently, Miami County was released from state supervision. With the extra cybersecurity provisions, added paper ballots, and new voting machines, local election boards are promising your vote will be counted.
But we will be ready. I have a good staff, we have a good board, and we're all going to work together to make it happen.
As for Inga, as the battle for the White House goes down to the wire, she's trying to stay optimistic that all the 2020 votes will be counted.
It will be hectic, but I think they are really going to watch it extremely close. If not locally, at least at the state level.